Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Srinivas Bhattini, Professor of Chemistry and Dr. Sri Academy, Hyderabad. So in the last video, we have discussed the reagents. They are the free radicals, electrophile reagents, nucleophile reagents. Today we are going to discuss about the more interesting topic. That is the most important one also. That is, without this, that mechanism is not possible. Okay, that is the displacement of electrons. This is very important in the mechanism. So what is that displacement of electrons? The second fundamental concept is displacement of electrons. In this, four types of displacement of electrons are there. They are the inductive effect. The first one is the inductive effect. And the second is the mesomeric effect. And fourth one is the electromeric effect. Third one is the electromeric effect, and fourth one is the Baker-Norton effect. Baker-Norton effect or no bond resonance effect. No bond resonance effect or hyperconjugation. So what is that? The fourth one is the hyperconjugation or no bond resonance or Baker-Norton effect. The first one is the inductive effect. Second one is the mesomeric effect. And third one is the electromeric effect. Okay, so these four are very important to displace how to displace the electrons in structure. So based on this, the mechanism will be possible to write different types of compounds formation. So today we have to discuss the inductive effect. What is that? The main thing is for the inductive effect. The first one is the inductive effect. Inductive effect. Inductive effect. So what is meant by inductive effect? Here it's very important. Please listen carefully. The displacement of sigma bonded electrons. The sigma bonded electron pair towards more electronegative atom or group of atoms. And the transmission of the effect throughout the compound is called inductive effect. What is that? The displacement of sigma bonded electron pair towards more electronegative atom or group of atoms. And the transmission of the effect throughout the compound is called what? Inductive effect. So if you can listen the example, if you can see the example, that will be very nice. So we can see the butyl chloride. Butyl chloride is the best example. In this we have to see the butyl chloride is what? CH3, CH2, 1, 2, 3, CH2, Cl. So among these four compounds, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the chloride and carbon and hydrogen and CH3. So in this, which one is the more electronegative atom? The chlorine is definitely more electronegative than the carbon and hydrogen. More electronegative atom. So in butyl chloride, the electrons are withdrawn by the chlorine atom. Is partially negative. This is because the negative atom. And C1, the carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. the partially positive charges. Partially positive. And C1 drags the electron from the C2. C2 drags the electron from C3. And C3 electron drags the C4. Like that. The partially negative and C1 is the partially positive. See, this is the positive carbon. 1, 2 carbon, 3 carbon and 4th carbon. So this is a positive. This is also positive. This is also positive. And this is the positive. So here the C1 carbon drags the electron because the sigma bonded pair of electrons towards where? Towards the negative atom. The sigma bonded carbon hydrogen sigma bonded electron. Sigma bonded pair electron towards the negative atom. Partially negative and partially positive atom. It's a drag. So means what happens, the C1 carbon drags the electron from here to here. C2 to C1 drags the electron from C2 to and C2 drags the electron from here to here. And also the C3 drags the electron from C4. C3 drags the electron from C4. So this is called the inductive effect of butyl chloride. So every carbon we can see mean here that all sigma electron are towards negative side. So this is what inductive effect. So in this there are two types of inductive effects are there. The plus I effect and minus I effect. So what are the compounds are minus I effect? What are the compounds are plus I effect? So minus I effect, minus I inductive effect, minus inductive, negative inductive effect, negative inductive effect, negative inductive effect, negative. Here the electrons withdrawing nature groups, withdrawing nature group. So mean that electrons are withdrawing nature groups or atoms is called the negative inductive effect. For example, you have to see the effect decreasing order. We have to see this here. So more the positive group, for example, trialkyl amine is a more greater than the ammonia. Trialkyl amine. So this is the trialkyl amine is greater minus inductive effect. Greater minus inductive effect than amine, ammonia. NH3 plus, and here and it is greater than the nitrogen dioxide. It is greater than the nitrogen dioxide, and it is also greater than the sulfur dioxide. This is the decreasing order. SO2R, we can say SO2R is greater than the nitrile and sulfuric acid. Nitrile, CN group is the nitrile and is greater than the SO3H. SO3H is greater than the carbonyl compounds, mean acids. For example, aldehydes and ketones and acids. So on like that. Carbonyl chlorides, COCl and CONH2 is greater than like this. And lastly, halogens like fluorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine is greater than the fluorine is greater than the chlorine and iodine. So on. Or finally alcohols and phenols and hydrogens. So this is about decreasing order of inductive effect. Decreasing order of inductive effect, decreasing order. If this type of compounds are present, so decreasing nature is like that. Trialkylamine is greater than the amine, is greater than the nitrogen dioxide, and is greater than the sulfur alkyl sulfur dioxide, and nitrile sulfonic acid, aldehyde, ketones, acid, and carbonyl compounds, acid amine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and alcohol, then amine, then phenyl, finally hydrogen. These are the some minus effective, the decreasing order. Okay, please note down everything. So these are the very, very important in the IIT. The order is very, very important. You have to remember this order. The order is important. Okay, inductive effect. Now we'll ask the definition of inductive effect. Just you have to know the order is very, very much important, and this will be very useful in the writing the mechanism. And my plus I effect, we can see the plus I effect. So what is the plus I effect? What are the groups are there in this? Simply the electrons releasing nature. Electrons releasing nature, not withdrawing nature. Electron releasing nature of the groups or atoms are called the positive inductive effect. So what are the electron releasing groups are there? So definitely we know the alkyl group is the releasing group. Alkyl group mean methyl. Methyl mean methyl, ethyl, isopropyl, and isobutyl. These are the electron releasing groups. So see that one. So what are that? Positive effect mean plus effect. Plus I effect mean plus inductive plus I effect plus inductive effect. Here the effect decreasing order. You can see the decreasing order. So see that what here that alkyl group are methyl. This is the bulky group. What is this? This is the IUPAC's name. Dimethyl mean alkyl butyl. So we can say this dimethyl ethane. For example, one more is there. For example, here CH3. For example, so this is not alkyl. So we can say 1, 2, 3 dimethyl propane. That is IUPAC's name. But you have to remove the one group. So this is the alkyl. So tertiary butyl. We can say butyl, tertiary butyl. Okay, propyl. Next is it is a greater electron releasing group than the, so here CH3 and CH3. Then this, the second one is the lesser releasing group than the first one. Here we have to see then this is greater than this one, ethane. You can say ethane. You can write from here. Is greater than the hydrogen. So this is the electron releasing nature. But one thing you have to note, one thing you have to remember. So the plus I effect depend upon the bulky group. The size of the group is important. Here hydrogen, the smaller size of the atoms compared to the methyl. And compared to methyl is a bigger size than the hydrogen. ethane. Ethane. Here, so this is a bigger size than this one. And this one is more bigger than this one. And finally, this is a very big one. So it is a more bigger size than this one. So among the same type of alkyl group, increasing the size of group, increasing the plus effect. Because all are same alkyl groups. Alkyl. So the size is increased. Size is increased. So the plus I effect is increased. Increase. When depend upon the size. This is very important in displacement of electron. That is inductive effect. So inductive effect means, once again, see the negative towards the sigma bonded electrons. There are the two types of electrons are there, plus I effect and minus I effect. So plus I effect mean that is the most important thing is here the bulky nature of the group. So more bulky mean the more plus I effect is there, and in negative indirect all are the amines, that is the most important amines, trialkyl amines are more greater than the amine, and nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, like that you have to remember all these groups are important. So that is the minus effect, decreasing order, and plus effect, decreasing order we have seen. So all these things we have to remember the writing of exam mechanism. The mechanism will ask you in the IIT exam. So without knowing of these, we can't study it. Okay? So tomorrow in the next video we will discuss the another effect, that is a mesomerism or resonance effect. So thank you very much. So please don't forget to subscribe this channel. Okay, thank you.